Today, I'm just going to do a short one, what most body shops won't admit when they paint your car. So we're going to talk about some of the dirty secrets of body shops because, I've been in the game for a long time. I know a lot of body shops in the area and, I see what they do behind the scenes and just give you some guys heads up. 80%, 90% of the time, they're going to put the cheap paint on your car. All right, unless you specifically ask and you specifically buy the material, or you say, or you're on their ass. If you're having a custom car done, right, or a car that's close to your heart, and you go to a body shop and you're like one of those guys who check back every week. You come by, you make friends with the body shop guy, right, and you check back in. Say it's a big restoration project you're doing. You got a lot of body work on it, and you're trying to be cool with the body shop guy and be like, yeah, can I check in every once in a while, see how you're doing on the car? He's like, yeah, no problem, come in, We had a lot of those kind of people come to our shop. And, you'll get people like that. And that's cool. That's cool. But a lot of people are paranoid about body shops because they know body shops do, botchy jobs, like behind the scenes, behind the primer. It's some body shops you'll tell them to sheet metal some holes, they'll crumple up some newspaper, stuff the hole, put some shit in the back, especially where you can't see in the back of the panel. They'll just fill the hole, bondo it up, and do it. I mean, I don't know why some body shops do that. I've known of guys who've done that because you're in business, you're going to be around. Most likely you're going to be in that same body shop next year or the year after. And if you do body jobs like that, crumpling up newspapers, filling the hole, bondoing it all up, and just, they don't last too long. Something like that, especially in the weather, you got 2 years max. If it lasts for 2 years outside in the weather, you did pretty good. But if you don't ask for good materials and good clear coats and make sure that they're going to put the good shit on your car, a lot of them use the economical brand, which is, not bad, but they save a lot of money and pocket a lot of profit that way by doing the economical. And one main difference that I talk about in my VIP course is that you can have a $100 gallon clear setup system. Okay, spray it on the car. It'll look great. Okay, you give it a week, it'll look dry. Okay, after it cures, it's called dieback. All right, so the clear really just takes a little while to dry and cure, and then it starts to look a little dull looking. Okay, you're gonna get that with a lot of the inexpensive clears, the cheap clears. The medium grade, you'll get it, but not that bad. High quality grade, you won't really get that. Like if you're using high-end Sherwin-Williams or DuPont, you won't really get that. House of Color, you won't get that if you're using all the high-end stuff. It'll retain that gloss, okay? But the one little cheat secret, right, is you could always buff out your cheaper clears, okay? Meaning you give it a week, you spray that cheap clear on, you give it a week, it dries, it cures, it looks a little dull, you're like, oh shit. And this is for body shops banging jobs out, right? Sometimes they rush it and they buff it out the next day or the 2 days after the job is done, saying that they need to finish up the car, especially if it's a complete paint job, right? You'll paint the car, maybe you'll hold on to it for a week, and then they'll buff the whole car out and it'll look like a pro gloss. Like you can make cheapo clear jobs look like a high-end professional clear coat paint job just by color sanding and buffing out. You guys understanding this so far? And you won't be able to tell the difference. Like you could tell the customer, yeah, we put the $500 clear coat on your car. There's no way to really test it and find out, right? So that's where a lot of body shops get away with that. They put the cheap material on it, okay, and then they color sand and buff it to make it look like it's high gloss, and it'll last 80-90% of the time. It'll be fine, no problem. All right, sometimes you'll get a little bit of solvent pop where it might dry a little bit more, but most of the time it's all good. But if you finish off with high-end clears, right, you're spending $350 a kit for a high-end clear coat. You paint your car, it's gonna stay looking glossy. And if you color, and the only thing you're gonna eliminate when you color sand and buff high-end clears is the orange peel or the paint texture. Because every paint texture, you look at new cars nowadays. How many of you guys see new cars with orange peel? Right? You guys go out there, you look at new cars, and you look at a little orange peel, right? That's because of, I mean, factory paint, you get orange peel as well. That's because of thin paints. You know, the machines spray them on quickly, and yeah, you do see orange peel on cars. And you know, I have a 2015 Toyota Highlander, brand new off the lot. And when I was buying it, I had an issue. I was like, dude, this car has some orange peel. Can we look at another model? You know, another color. And all of them had the same orange peely effect. I mean, not bad, you know, but coming from a painter's eye, it's like, you know, dude, you guys got to put better paint jobs on these things, you know. But I ended up buying it. Not a big deal. To the public, they're all the same, right? You have that texture. But to me, it was like, man. So if I really wanted to fix that, I'd have to basically sand the car down with like a 1200 grit and put 2 coats of clear on it, then buff it out. But why do that to a brand new car, right? I mean, some people are anal enough to want to do that. Me, you know, I got the car for my wife. She's driving around with the kids. We already got a couple of scratches on it. So it's not like I'm not an anal guy on my own cars. You know, it's like it's a get around car, right? It's not a show car. It's a new car, but whatever. You guys get the point. So, you know, those are some of the hidden things behind the scenes that body shops will do to most of your paint jobs. That's why a lot of people don't trust body shops. A lot of people would rather do their own paint jobs and do a good job, especially if you're doing something personal and sentimental. Like if you're working on one of your 240s or a drift car and it's a car that you love and you're a passionate car guy like me, you know, like, man, when I was in my teens, I really loved working on cars. It took the stress out. You know, I'd be in my, you know, working on my car with my friends, BSing, drinking a beer or whatever, and, you know, putting the nicest paint job on it and making sure every single panel was nice and flat and sanded and buffed. And I used to get comments on my car. I used to drive around and people were like, damn, nice paint job. Who did it? Me, I did it. You know, that's one of the cool things. And once you learn this skill is, you know, people start to respect you and then you start getting jobs. Your car becomes your advertisement. So if you do a nice paint job to your own car, right, it doesn't matter what year it is. It could be a classic, an 80 something or a 90 something, 2000, whatever. But you got that thing looking nice. We'll get to questions in just a bit. I'm just on a roll telling stories here, right? You get it looking nice. You go out, you have confidence, you have pride. You know you can get the job done. You know, practice on your own car if you don't want to practice on people's cars. Do your car. Then you're going to get a friend that says, dude, I got a scratch on my fender. How much are you going to charge me? Then you could say, dude, give me $300. I'll buy all the materials. I'll do your fender for you, right? Then word of mouth. Then that's how it goes out. And people start saying, wow, his friend. Dude, word of mouth in this business is number one. I can't tell you how many jobs I got in college. You know, and even high school. Getting out of high school, I was young, 16, 17. I dropped out, right? Like everybody in school knew I painted cars. I had friends' uncles paying me to paint their car, right? College, I was painting friends' cars in college, right? I was doing DIY shit. People would say, Tony, I'm gonna prep my car, blah blah blah, in a residential neighborhood. You know, one of my friends, he had a 240 Drifter, 240 SX. It was like a 96 or something like that, the newer model. We did the whole thing like a nice gold paint job. He put plastic tarps all around. We were spraying. We had clear coat going down the street. Imagine, you know, subdivision, houses all over the place. He had fans blowing out. I was like, oh shit. We were doing it like at 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock, so it wasn't that bad. But you look outside and like you got a cloud of clear coat smoke going down the street, and he's like, don't worry about it. It's like, all right, it came out beautiful though, you know. So that's how, you know, that's how it does. All right. Any other? You guys liking this so far? You guys like that little story? Okay, and I wouldn't do that. If a guy came to my place, or if I was doing friends' cars who had sheet metal work, and I would actually take pictures of my work as I go. So if the guy was like, yeah, you're gonna sheet metal these spots for me, I would take a picture before, sheet metal the spot, take a picture, right? And just for proof, I mean, you could put a, not a magnet, because we use stainless steel. So if you put a magnet on a hole that you sheet metaled, it's not going to stick. Magnets don't stick to stainless steel, right? But if you're using like a galvanized, it'll stick. In the VIP course, I tell you, how to use the same stainless steel. But a good way to document the process is take pictures for your customers. Here I did the sheet metal job for you, or that's how you want to do it. And always, if a customer paid me high end, I would always get the good clear. I never cheat customers like that. My work, I had a lot of pride in my body work. That's why I never had to worry about customers. I didn't have to worry about where my next job was coming, because I was always busy. I had so much work. I had to give jobs to my dad. That's how crazy it was at one point. And then I had to just slow down, because I didn't want to do this for a living. I didn't want to do auto body as a day-to-day thing. That's where I had the epiphany, and I said, I want to start teaching this. I want to start inspiring other people out there, DIY guys, how I can teach them, because I had a lot of friends that wanted to learn how to do this. So they would come over and watch me do body work. I would help them work on their cars, and we would get their cars painted into car shows, local car shows and stuff. And that's how, dude, Eric, I thank you so much for the support. I still want to do more, and add more into the course. And we are, little by little, we are adding more content to the course. So I got the BMW project, and I may be doing a build, an E46 BMW race car build when I get back. But a lot of things going on right now. I don't know if many of you guys know, but my second girl was born disabled. She's 2.5 years old right now. And she doesn't walk, she doesn't talk. She has a very rare brain issue in her brain. And only 6,000 kids in the world have it. So it's a very, very rare syndrome. It's called Aicardi syndrome. And as a family, we've been struggling with that since she was born for 2.5 years. So that really took me back in business and took me back in what I wanted to do. I never publicly talked about it until right now. So that's why we're actually in Japan right now, because we are seeing other doctors and seeing what we could do for her long term, because she, we don't know the prognosis. She is severely disabled. So we are trying to plan for her future, and we think the healthcare system in Japan is a lot more better service-wise than in the U.S. I mean, I know a lot of you guys in the U.S. know how fucked up the healthcare system is in the U.S. and how you pay out of your ass and you get nothing. So that's why I'm very thankful, not a little, on all that. Yeah, so let's stay on track. All right, so here's the VIP offer for you newbies. If you want to check it out, I know you're gonna love it. Join us, and we will be back here next week. But in the meantime, I'll probably have some more. I'll give you my 240Z, no motor. Appreciate it. Rusted as hell. I appreciate the offer. Yeah, we'll be back on here next week, same time. 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central PM. And I'll see you guys on. All right, you guys good? Everybody good? Yeah, I want to do a Japan build. Absolutely. I may actually be buying a car here the next time I come back. So I'll be back here probably in January. She's gonna be here till September. I'm gonna go, wait the new year, wait for the presidential elections to pass by in the U.S. And then, yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, guys. The food is very good. dude, I'm gonna do some videos of the food and all of that as well. So I want to give you guys an insider view of Japan too. So I'm taking video. Like when we go out, I'm taking a lot of video. So we're gonna put together something cool. My video guy's gonna put something cool, and we'll upload it to the channel soon. So you guys will be able to see that. All right, awesome. We'll see you on next week. Thank you. Please share this with your friends and family. Whoever is interested in auto body, send them to the site. Talk about us. Share it on your social media, your Facebook. Get the word out. Help me grow this thing so it's bigger and we can all benefit from everything. And awesome. I appreciate it. We'll see you on next week. And I'm sorry for the guys. I missed your questions. We'll get them on next week. All right. We did a ton. We're 30-minute show went to an hour and 10 minutes. 11:42 a.m. in Australia. It's 11:15 a.m. in Japan. So we're pretty much on the same side of the world. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, David. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. All of you guys on here are awesome. I really appreciate it. Can't do it without you guys. Cheers, man. I'll see you guys on next week. Yes, I do. Little by little. Little by little. Peace out.